Hey guys, welcome. Today's video, it's early in the morning. It's 3:20 a.m. Yeah. I just wanna do some explanation on the setup I've shared. Yeah, it's a 10-minute session. Yeah. I know most of you are probably asleep, so I'm just explaining. Yeah, the current setup on my watch list. Yeah, so nothing much. Yeah. I want to share the link so that anyone who is online can join. Yeah. I hope the week is well. Yeah, but today was a bit, noisy due to the US holiday. But we are hoping from today, it's gonna be smooth. Yeah. So I'm just sharing the link on our platforms so that I can start. Yeah. From today I'll be off for some days. I'm traveling somewhere, so I thought it was good that I leave behind some setups, which you can maybe be looking at. Yeah, remember confirmations very important. Yeah, as we always say, no confirmation, no entry. Yeah, if the setup doesn't confirm, just don't enter that trade. Yeah, you're losing nothing. You will lose nothing. Better wait for the right time to enter. And remember, the confirmations are very simple. Just a change of character is enough on the lower time frame, to at least change of character is enough to at least give you, give you a directional bias. That's now a change of character as upon you, so you can now, enter the trade. Just that. You can wait for an engulfing candle. You can wait for the close of that candle which has entered the zone. By the way, that's very important. When the price is nearing your point of interest, you have to. It's good to wait for that candle to close, because it can just violate the zone. So it's okay to, if you are on a 1 hour time frame, you wait for that candle to close, so that you know if it has closed on your zone or not. Yeah, before you take any action. If it closes on your zone, you are now sure that the zone is at rest varied. Yeah. I think I've shared the links to all the platform. We can start. Yeah, I'm actually on my bed. So don't worry. Yeah, so this is GBP AUD. This is on a 4-hour time frame. Yeah, this was a very simple setup to come up with, because it doesn't have that much. Let me just label a little bit. I can assume everyone knows, but yeah. So as you can see, we have this compression, and we have these change of character to the upside, or you can call it the BMS. This one, the BMS, or the market structure break, or water. But it's a change of character shown there. The market is trading up. Yeah. So the market also created a trend line liquidity. Yeah. So if this trade line liquidity get grabbed, We wait for a retest, a smart retest, not the regular retest, and we can roll down to that zone. Yeah, and as you can see, these are very valid demand zone. Why? It has a doji. Yeah, remember doji is very important in supply and demand areas. Yeah. So, and you can see it's followed by almost four candles, clean candles, marubozus, yeah, imbalance. So the demand zone is valid. So what are we looking for in this setup? In this setup, we're looking for this trade line liquidity to be grabbed. Remember, there are some retail buys here trying to push the market up. Yeah, so we're waiting for that grab. Maybe a retest. Remember, we are not actually selling these. Our main setup is buying here. Yeah, so selling is you can just sell upon confirmations. But remember, our main move is the buy. Yeah, but if the sell confirms, you can just trade. Remember, the retest must be a smart one, not just a regular retest. They can retest even above here, so you have to be keen. Remember, our main move is the buyer. Yeah. So I think that's all on GBP AUD. Yeah, the next setup is let me follow the list so that I don't bring confusion. You can look at NZD card. So for NZD card, it's also a 4-hour time frame setup. Yeah, so as you can see, we already the price already formed fake outs at this zone, at this lower low. Remember, this is a low. It's a lower low or a low, whatever you call it. The price formed fake outs at this zone. Yeah, the fake outs were grabbed. Yeah, as you can see, there is this compression. Yeah, it's not a distribution, some compression. Yeah. So yeah, here we have equal highs. Yeah, we're waiting for them to be liquidated so they can come and fake out at this zone also, and then finally grab and move up to that zone. Why have I marked this zone? Yeah, does the zone meet the requirements of a valid supply zone? One, it has a doji. Yeah, it has caused an imbalance. Yeah, we have a failed QM pattern here. This is a failed QM pattern. You can see the left shoulder here. Yeah, you can see the light shoulder here. If you narrow to the lower time frame, it's there clearly. You can see the head you can see the head here. Yeah, so there's a failed QM pattern here. There is this flash supply, which is valid, has caused all these imbalance. Yeah, so that's why I've marked that zone as a valid supply zone. Yeah, so here, remember our main move is sell. I always like to highlight to point that out, so that you don't go just putting all your risk on a micro setup. Remember, our main setup is sell. Yeah, our main setup is sell. Yeah, so if you wanna buy these, remember it's a raw risk and upon your confirmations. Yeah, where have I said these might be our flip zone. Yeah, that is usually very simple. The area that was faked out, it's usually a significant zone. That's where the price comes to do as the support resistance continuation pattern. Yeah, that is usually very simple. But remember, it has to confirm because they can just drop. So you have to be very keen on that. Yeah, and remember there is a compression here. Yeah, there is a compression here. So they can just come and grab this to this area. Remember, I'm not supporting to buy. just saying, if you want to scalp, you can scalp this and buy to there. Remember, this zone has some liquidity, so they can fake out this zone. So you have to be keen on the price at this zone if you are buying. Yeah, you can take the profits there and wait for the breakout out of this zone to there. Yeah, so that is an NZD card. Yeah, the next is NZD USD. Yeah, the same 4 hour. Okay, NZD USD. It's more of the same setup. Let me remove these. Even for this, there isn't that much. It's a simple setup. Yeah, it's a 4 hour setup. So we have some fake outs at this zone. Okay, yeah, those are fake outs. So that's part of the liquidity now. Yeah, so what are we waiting for? That's usually very simple. We're just waiting for a clean breakout out of that zone. Remember, we have some compression here. Yeah, the fake outs. Yeah, and then this zone. Why have I marked this zone? We also have a failed QM pattern. We have a left shoulder, a right shoulder. Yeah, we have a head. This is the head. Yeah, so we have a failed QM pattern here. Yeah, we have this fresh supply zone. Why is it fresh and valid? It has caused an imbalance. We can see these Marubozu candles. Yeah, so this is a fresh supply zone and it's a valid one. Yeah. So we can look for lower time frame confirmations. Yeah, and remember the lower time frame confirmation is very simple. If you've not watched the video, check on the channel. Yeah. So definitely that's a place to look at. Yeah, so that we can see how the players react and probably give us a setup. Yeah. So that's our sell zone. For this one, I don't think I wouldn't advise to buy, but if you were to buy, if I was to buy, I would buy at what level? I would buy at this level. Yeah. Remember, our main move is sell. Yeah, so that's you have this touch. To look for a significant level, you just look for a place with most touches and the most flips. You can see this as a flip zone. This one, this kissing candle, this kissing candle. So these are significant zone. So they can just come and grab this compression, this liquidity here created. Boom. Then they come and flip here. Our main move is sell. Yeah, so for buys you have to take a lot of caution and a lot of confirmations. Yeah. There isn't much about that. Yeah, so that's an easy setup. Just some confirmations. Remember, already the price has faked out. So what we're waiting for is a clean breakout out of that fake out zone. Yeah. I hope it's still recording. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so this area is supported by this failed QM pattern. Remember, if you're not familiar with the failed QM setup, check on the channel. I've discussed about it. Yeah. So this supply zone is supported by that failed QM pattern. It's in line with it. So it's got some weight. Yeah, hopefully it's gonna pay us something good. Yeah. So the next setup is Euro GBP. Euro GBP or under 4 hour. Yeah, This is an easy setup also. Yeah, so for these, you can see a lot of this. If you use this point as your change of character, you can use this, yeah, whatever. So there is that change of character or the market structure block. Yeah, yeah. So we have these. You can call it top hunt or liquidity grab. We had these equal lows here. Yeah, you are grabbed by this week. If you now look to your H1, the 60-minute chart, you can see that doji. Yeah. So I believe the money is here. We all know that, because it's the one that grabbed those early buyers at support. We are always buying at support and selling at resistance. But for us, we have some patience. That's what different. Remember, all of us were retailers, but what differentiates us from some retailers is that we got some patience. Yeah, so there are these retailers who bought here due to fear of missing out. So they first grabbed and then the market buys. Eventually it will buy, but it has to take money from the impatient to patient one. So, so I believe there is some money there because that's where they hunted those early buyers. Yeah, so for our chart, on our for our chart. So this is a 1 hour doji demand zone, or 30 minutes on. There is a demand zone here, fresh one. Yeah. Why is it valid? One, it has a doji. Two, it has caused an imbalance. You can see these. You can see these green candles. Yeah. So that tells me you more about there is more of institution move there. Yeah. Then the market, what followed after the market formed this high, a compression. Yeah, a compression. Yeah. You can see. So there is some liquidity on that compression that will be grabbed when the market, those supplies, there are some fresh supplies created. So these supplies are the one that the market will consume when going up, and those supplies are the ones you use to take your purchase. Yeah. When you see a supply which has some weight on it, you take your purchase there. That's why I marked this one as our TP1. Because as you can see, this zone from the left, it's a significant zone. You can see this touch. Let me extend this. It's a very significant zone. So it's a zone to take your purchase. Yeah, that's why I wrote here TP1, TP2. Yeah. So some confirmation here. Anyway, roll. Will be some good pips. 100. At least 100 pips from there. Yeah. So every time you are doing your setups, just make sure there's some characteristics you want your setups to have. One, my setups have to have a change of character. I must see a change of character. Yeah, a real change of character. Remember, there is the force breakouts and what. Yeah. My supply and demand zone, are they valid? Do they meet the requirement of a valid supply? By the way, I'll do a video on that. Maybe some people doesn't know about that. Yeah, and someone requested on the Telegram that I do that video on validating supply and demand zone. Yeah, my setup, does it have a compression? My setup, does it have a fake outs? You can see the price formed some fake outs. Keep forming some fake outs, these zones. Yeah. Okay. So now you just wait for lower time frame confirmations and you're right. Yeah, it's that simple. If it doesn't confirm, another setup will show. Yeah, so the next setup is CHF JPY. I usually love this pair. it plays a lot, but for the last 1 week, a lot of compression, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. That one I have drawn some bit messy. Is it forex.com? I think I will the FX here. JPY. Yeah, I think it's better. Let's just use under. Okay, so for CHF JPY, as you can see, the price has already, this was the last week's setup. I think everyone is, is already in it. So the price has already formed fake out, so I'm waiting for a grab of those all those equal highs, a clean one, then up there to our sell zone. This is a simple one. Yeah, and CJ plays a lot. Yeah, so you have to be careful. Yeah, so our area of interest is this 2-hour hidden supply. Yeah, we have a hidden supply on 2-hour 120-minute chart. We have some hidden supply there. Let's look at it. Yeah, we have some doji here. Yeah, so there's a setup. Characteristic of this setup, we have a change of character. We have a QM here. Yeah, change of character, fake out. So it's a QM plus fake out. Then continuation, because it's already changed the character to sell. So it's a continuation pattern. Yeah, so these are the fake outs. There's forming these resistance of equal highs. So we want the market to liquidate them. Yeah, I had highlighted these as our flip zone, or our significant zone for buy continuation. And as I can see, they respected well, but very noisy. That's why I'm telling you guys, always wait for the main move, because these, since you scalp these, compression, it's a bit messy and it will mess up with your psychology. Yeah, so just wait for the real move. Imagine this a move for like 3 days from last week, Thursday or Wednesday. Compression, compression, compression. Yeah, so wait for the distribution, because the main move to usually distribute very fast. Yeah, so these are very noisy moves if you were to buy. Yeah, so wait for the real move. Remember, what we have to see on this setup is a clean breakout out of this zone. A clean one. We need to see a clean candle out of this zone. A clean candle. Okay? Want to see a clean candle break this zone. A clean like this one. Not some noise. If it breaks this noise, just know this setup is invalid. Yeah, we have to see a clean breakout out of that zone. Yeah. So I think that's all with this. Yeah. Remember, our 2-hour hidden supply is in line with a QML level. So it has some conference, it has some weight on it. That's what we want. We want our area to have some weight on it, some good weight. Yeah. This will be our TP1, obviously. Or TP2. We can just take TP1 here and our TP2 down there. Yeah. So I think that's clear with everyone. Yeah, if you got some question, you can ask. You can just tag the setup on the platform and ask the question. Yeah, the next setup is I think we're done. GA, the next one, which is this one? Oh, USD JPY. Actually caught this move. USD JPY 4-hour. This was a nice one. Yeah. So simple change of character. We have some trade line liquidity. When you master these things, you just be seeing them without even Yani, when you open the chart, you just be seeing them every time. So we have this change of character or the break of structure to the upside. Okay, yeah, then the market started to compress. There was some trade line, liquidity, the third touch sellers, the price broke and retested. The retest was smart. There was a hidden supply here, so you could have sold this continuation, and it's a compression phase, so noisy one, as you can see. These are 4 hour candles. You are in blues in this 4 hour, you are in some length, you are in break even, you are in blues, you are some noisy compression, but you be patient enough, and you are knowing where the market, you know where the market is headed to. You can just be patient enough. But if you don't, you're trading a compression and you don't know where the destination of the market, yeah, it will mess your psychology. So as you can see, there is this trading liquidity. There was this fake out, or the equal lows. We can see a clean grab. Yeah. So where have I marked the zone? It's a flash demand zone. Okay. Does it meet the requirement of a demand zone? Yeah. Why? Yeah. The demand zone has caused an imbalance. 3 clean candles. Yeah. So that's a valid demand zone. Yeah, and it have taken out an opposing supply zone. You know, those things you have to know. I'll drop a video on how to validate. Yeah, your demand have to take an opposing supply to be a valid also. You see? Yeah, so yeah, we can see some compression here. So the market, dropped, forming fresh supplies. These are the ones we will use to collect our profits. So this will be our TP1, TP2, TP3. Yeah. So entry after a lower time frame change of character. Yeah, these are setups I'm hoping they'll pay this week. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you guys. From today, I think I'll be on and off, mostly off. I'm traveling to Nyeri. I have some business there. Yeah, so guys, take care. Lower time frame confirmations is a must. Yeah, and that's something you should learn from me. I usually have some characteristic I'm always looking for in my setups. I just don't budge in and see a demand zone and just trade it. I have to see some fake outs. I have to see some equal lows being grabbed. I have to see some imbalance. I have to see some change of character. You see, there's some characteristic you have to, you have to write somewhere and master them. Okay? Yeah. As in, for me, I can trade a setup because a setup has a change of character. Yeah, it have some fake out. Yeah, it has some compression, but it lack a demand zone that has taken out an opposing supply. I can't take that trade. I can't omit that. Yeah, it might play out, but I won't mind because I always get another opportunity. Remember, we are looking for a high probability setup. Yeah, to lead. Yeah. So you don't wanna force anything because you can't move this market. So you wanna just take the high probability one. Ride those institutions. Yeah. So make sure you have some characteristic. That's the work of a trading planner that you'll be following. Yeah. There's characteristic that I'm always looking for in my setups. Yeah. If it's a continuation setup, what are the characteristics am I looking for? If it's a reversal pattern, what are the characteristics I'm always looking for? You have to do all that. Yeah. So currently we are on sales on XXUSDs. Yeah, I'm watching them. Yeah, they might give continuation pattern tomorrow. Yeah, expect it for gold. For gold, I'm not talking much about it. Yeah, but for the other XXUSD, they're playing well. Yeah, yeah. So guys, have a peaceful week ahead. Yeah. Take care. No confirmation, no entry. Yeah, guys, remember to like the video, comment. Yeah, if there is a topic you want us to discuss, comment down there. Yeah, subscribe. Yeah, turn on the notification, share. Let's hit 500 subscribers, guys. Support. Yeah, show some support. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. I know most of you guys are asleep. Yeah, but in the morning, I know you get the video. Yeah. Watch it. Yeah. Watch it and learn. Yeah. Thank you. See you on the next video. Yeah, it's 30 minutes session. Don't worry. At least I know I've not wasted your time. Yeah. Share the video and subscribe.